Hey folks, thank you so much for joining me in this video. So in this video we are going to learn about how we can catch the stocks or the F&O instruments which are having a very great momentum. But before that we need to very quickly understand about the Buildups, because while understanding that tool it is very necessary for us to know the Buildups and the percentile concept. So let's try to understand it very quickly. So first let's try to understand the Buildups. So first let's try to understand what is a long build-up. So in long build-up what happens is, so the price of the instrument will go up and also the open interest will go up. So wherein in this case in long build-ups it is the bulls which are dominant, because even in the rising prices the open interest is going up. Okay, so long build-up is basically where the price goes up along with the open interest goes up. So basically prices making new highs along with open interest also increasing at the same time, that shows us that instrument has a very positive momentum. Further, short build-up is basically when the prices are going down but the OI is going up. So even in the falling prices the participants are still participating in it, so that is the reason it is called as short. So if the instrument's prices are going down along with the OI going up, so it indicates as a short build-up wherein the bears are in control. The next is the long unwinding move. So it is completely opposite of a long build-up. You can call it as a temporary pause. So in long unwinding what happens is the price of the instrument goes down, but why the prices are going down? It is only because the open interest, the longs which were created, they are now unwinding their positions. That is the reason the prices are going on a dip. So the formula is that the price will go down along with OI going down. The last thing is short covering, which is opposite of short build-up. Now what happens here is the prices witness a spike. Okay, there would be a upside price move in the instrument, but the OI will go down. Okay, there would be unwinding happening in the open interest. So that was about the build-up. So now the percentile shows us how much data points the previous data points were trading, or I would say were observed below the current level. So let's take an example. If there is a stock which price is right now trading at 100, okay, and of last 180 days, okay, the historical prices never surpassed the level of 100. So our percentile will become 99 in that case. Okay, 99.4, 99.6, something like that. Okay, 99.9. Okay, because the previous prices which were recorded in last 180 days, they never surpassed 100. So this is how the chart will look like. Okay, so let's say the prices are moving like this. Okay, and right now the price is trading at 100. Okay, of a stock. So in last 180 days, okay, so this is the data of last 180 days, not even once the prices surpassed the current price. So that tells us that the current prices are trading at the highest level. Now if a stock is trading at a 180-day high, that also tells us that the stock is having a momentum, right? If a stock is trading at a 1-year high, or let's say a 2-year high, or let's say a 180-day high to be very specific, that tells us that instrument is having a strong momentum. I don't know that whether the momentum is having a strength or not, but I know that that instrument is having a momentum because that prices are trading at the highest point of its last 180 days. So we can use the price OI percentile to quickly identify such stocks which are trading at the highest or lowest price level of its last 180 days. So now first we need to go ahead and set our look back period, is basically how much data points we want to consider while doing this analysis or doing this filtration. So let's keep it 180. Further, there is a sort by feature available besides it. So wherein sort by functionality will help us in identifying such instruments which are trading at the highest points of last 180 days. So let's say I want to sort it down which are the stocks which are trading at the highest price levels of last 180 days. Okay, so these are the stocks wherein Bank Baroda 99.44, which indicates that the current prices are trading at the highest level. Not even once. Bank Baroda's price were trading above the current price. And also the open interest participation is around 53.9 percentile. If we see McDowell, if we see SBIN, the prices are moving up along with the OI going up, right? That tells me McDowell and SBIN have a very strong momentum because the prices are going upwards and also the open interest is going upwards. Similarly, the move has been observed in TVS Motor, Escorts to an extent, Federal Bank, where the OI and the price are at the highest level, wherein where the prices are going up, there are participants participating in it as well. So basically, it is basically the volume which is supporting the upside prices in those FNO instruments. We can also use the open interest percentile to shortlist our candidate where the OI participation is very high. So again, something like SBI, Federal Bank, Escorts, they will come on our radar list. Also something like McDowell, because the prices are at its peak, but also there is open interest participation increasing. We can do it the vice versa way. If I want to take a negative kind of, find out a negative kind of a move, I can use the price percentile and click on the arrow besides it. So all these are the stocks which are trading at the lowest price level of last 180 days. So something like Oro Pharma. So just a note to make of, basically try to ignore the stocks which have been recent additions. Because the thing is, let's take an example of Whirlpool. So Whirlpool has never been in FNO for 180 days. So that itself tells us there would be no open interest participation in futures, right? And also there would be no prices of the futures contract which have been observed in Whirlpool. So we will ignore the stocks which have not passed the test of being in FNO for 180 days. Now moving forward, let's sort it down by price percentile once again. So I have sorted it down as per price percentile. TVS Motor, SBI, McDowell, Maruti, we have CanBank, Bank Baroda, a lot of stocks basically which are trading at the highest level along with good OI participation. So let's take an example of SBI, TVS Motor and McDowell over here. Should we buy because the prices are backed up by volume or the open interest? No. Because we don't know what the historical strength of the stock is. Let's say if the stock is moving on a downward trend like this, यहाँ से ले ले. So now let's try to understand how we can catch the momentum more specifically, and before taking it forward, so basically it would be a positional kind of a move which we are looking out for. So let's say TVS Motor, SBI, McDowell, we have Federal Bank, Escorts, right? Where the OI participation is also high, the prices are also high. So does that tell you that we should go ahead and directly buy SBI or we should go ahead and directly buy McDowell or TVS Motor? No. It has helped us in filtering that SBI and TVS Motor and all those things, they are having a momentum along with it. They are witnessed a good strong price action along with the OI going up. I don't know what the trend of SBIN is. I don't know what the strength of SBIN is. I should know the strength of the stock which I am looking out to participate in before directly going ahead and doing it. So how we are going to do that? So once I click on McDowell, the tool will ask us where we want to open it. We can probably open it in future OIH, so that we will directly get to see what the recent build-ups are. So if we check in McDowell, from this day, which is 26th of October, till the current day, which is 2nd of November, it didn't witness any price correction, any dip in the price. Now whenever a dip happens due to a long unwinding move, McDowell would be on our radar list. Further, it was SBI which was on our radar list from price OI percentile, as there was a heavy momentum. There was heavy open interest along with price. So as you remember that the prices of SBI, the price percentile of SBI was at 99. The build-ups, the historical build-ups of SBI we will see very few short build-ups happening on a very larger data. So if we see over here somewhere at this point, which is from 27th of August, SBI has just witnessed 4 short build-ups in such a larger data. That shows us that basically that SBI has been backed up by a very lot of strong strength along with it. The dips in the instrument, they are only happening due to a long unwinding move. So whenever a temporary pause happens due to a long unwinding, that is your point where you can go ahead and try to participate. So something over here. So if we see, even at this point, even if you look at SBI at this point at 499 level on 18th of October, still the previous prices were trading below the current price, right? The next day instrument had a dip and then it again rallied. Again, if you had focused on SBI on 27th of October, still the price OI percentile would have told you that whatever the current price is, that is trading at its highest point of its last 180 days along with a significant OI participation. So again, SBI would have been on your radar list. Any dip happens, you can try to participate on those dips. Further, you can do the same analysis on the negative side as well. And also, apart from future OIH, we can also use the volume analysis tool to find out where exactly the highest volume for that particular instrument has been placed. So let's say TVS Motor, I can check the future OIH. Now, let's take an example of TVS Motor. I analyzed the future OIH. I can also analyze it in further volume analysis tool, which will actually tell me where exactly the highest volume has been traded. So I can go ahead and identify the volume based vital levels for my FNO instrument. So to sum it up very quickly, price OI percentile is a tool which will help us in catching the momentum, but that momentum should be backed up by the strength of the instrument in a particular direction. So let's say if I'm finding out something on the long side, there should be a lot of strong long build-ups which the instrument has witnessed in the past, because the instrument will always have those dips and it will go up. Similarly, if I'm finding out something on the short side, the instrument should have that significant short build-ups recently, so that the strength of the instrument becomes on the negative side. So try to use price OI percentile as a filtration for your positional moves. So thank you so much. That was it from my side. See you all in the next video.